Ready?
Yep.
You want to do the opener?
Hello, welcome to another MOTUfigures.com video spotlight.
Yes! Good work, man. I'm James, otherwise known as Sala on the He-Man.org boards. This is Blaze. And we don't often do the introduction, sometimes we skip that.
And my name on internet is I don't have it yet.
You don't have one. You're not on the forums. You should register on the forums.
Yeah.
We'll get you an email and you get registered on the forums. That'd be pretty cool. You can start posting. So we're back again, guys. We took a few days off there, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did the commercial. That's what we did this weekend. Which, man, we were so excited about the commercial.
Yeah.
The commercial turned out great this time.
Hey, have we had any comments on there?
Oh, we've had a ton of comments in the commercial.
Cool.
People really enjoyed the commercial.
More comments in the trap jaw one?
I think so, yeah. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the things we've already done. We're talking about today...
Mer-Man.
Mer-Man. This would be the...
Sixth?
Fourth villain in the line? Fourth villain in the line, though?
I thought you were saying that.
Sixth figure.
Yeah.
Fourth villain, right?
Yeah.
So we had Beastman first, then Skeletor, then Faker, and then Mer-Man. So that's the fourth one, and we've only had Stratos and He-Man for the heroes. So yeah, 6 villains.
The bunch of King Grayskull videos.
Yeah, that's true. There's the King Grayskull ones, but King Grayskull's kind of a separate thing.
Yeah.
So here we have Mer-Man. Mer-Man, for being so early on, is still amazingly good. And I see a lot of people when they do like their top 5 lists or their top 10 lists, Mer-Man is still on like the high up on those lists.
Well,
for a lot of people's favorites.
They did just make a new Mer-Man in a MOTU pack.
They did, but I mean in like original Mer-Man. Just this figure. A lot of people still have him high on the list, and it's because he's so good.
Yeah.
He's got, you know, the vintage style head, and the vintage style armor, which they did this great job of doing like a paint.
Know.
Look at that paint, dude. They did like 2 different paint jobs on this.
It's actually like a gold. I haven't really seen too much gold paint.
Yeah, it's not really gold. It's more like a brownish gold. It's kind of a cool. I know what you
Bronze.
mean. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, but it's like a flat color.
Yeah.
But just the front part, and it's got a nice paint wash, and it looks like a crustacean type thing, or like kind of fish bony type thing, or almost coral reef. I don't know how to explain it exactly. And then you take that off, and he's got this extra neck piece, which we haven't really seen used again, as far as I remember. Right? I don't think I've used this on any other figure. This extra neck piece. I'm pretty sure they haven't.
Yep.
But it's got this extra neck thing with all these, like, folds and, like, almost gills or something like that going on. Pretty sweet, huh? So you have that head, and also his hands. He's got 3-fingered hands, which I don't think have been used on those, on anything else yet either.
1, 2, 3.
He's got 3 fingers and 1 thumb.
Yeah.
And they're webbed, too. So you've got, like, this open webbed hand, and we've got this closed webbed hand for holding stuff.
Like his sword.
Exactly, he can hold his sword or a staff, because he comes with 2 accessories. We should probably talk about that now.
Yeah.
He comes with the staff, which is, it's all tied into his armor, too, which is really cool. Like, it looks like...
I personally like the sword better.
Well, the sword is vintage. I mean, that's what he came with in the vintage figure, is the sword.
But that's in the TV shows, comics, stuff
well, the
like
2000X... And the 2000X one came with both things. It came with a sword and a staff.
Yeah, but...
Or a trident. I keep calling it a staff. I just heard a phone ringing upstairs. So he's got both weapons. And he can only hold 1 weapon at a time, but you can kind of get...
It's still really cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of situate this. It doesn't really hold on all that well. The best bet is to sheathe the sword and have him hold the staff.
Yeah. I would just put the staff aside.
Or just put it at his feet or something, yeah. But he's so good.
Yeah.
So great. The only little drawback is that open hand, which I understand what they were going for is kind of the vintage art look, which, speaking of, we should probably focus on the extra head. So he comes with either the vintage figurehead, or you've got the cardback art head.
Cardbacks, I think I like that better.
So cool.
I like it better than
I do too. I like it better than the vintage head too.
So if that's one I ever get, that's the head I'm going to use.
Yeah, because you still don't have Mer-Man. There's a few of the early ones. I talked about something about this online too. They were talking about, you know, you play with the figures and I was saying you've got your own MOTU classics, and they were saying it must be cool to be a kid that's growing up in these MOTU classics. And I said, well, Blaze is 9 years old. So he actually was collecting He-Man before there was a MOTU classic. So you were getting the vintage figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting you vintage figures and you were getting those. So it actually took you a while to warm up to MOTU Classics.
Yeah. I didn't even know about them until I was in the 2nd grade. I didn't know that they were here in the 1st grade. I didn't really know.
No, you
didn't really tell me that much about them.
Yeah, I did.
Not much, but...
You're crazy. You just don't remember right. I told you about it, but you were saying, no, I like my guys better because they can go on vehicles and they can do this and I can get all these guys.
I actually figured out a way to put those on vehicles.
Now that you figured out you can get these into vehicles, once you started figuring that out, you got into them. But we're going off on a tangent.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can make the card back look for Mer-Man, which I think a lot of people do because this head is just so amazing.
Mer-Mans, use each.
I bought 2 Mer-Mans.
I know, you always buy 2.
I always buy 2 of the 2-head ones.
Yeah.
So there he is. I mean, this is... I would still put it in my top 5, probably.
Yeah.
You know what we should do?
What?
One of the videos we should totally come up with our top 5. Don't do it now.
I know.
But we should each write them down, and then we'll come up with our top 5s. And then we'll do like a top 5 video. And we can ask the people that are watching the videos to leave their top 5s as the comments. Right? So you guys start thinking about your top 5 lists. And I'm willing to bet that Mer-Man is going to be on a lot of them. I'm
willing to bet that Scareglow is going to be
I was going to say the same thing, that Scareglow is probably going to be on a lot of those lists. I can't wait to do Scareglow. Alright, so let's read the bio. Mer-Man, Ocean Warlord. Real name, Squiddish Rex. Alright.
What is your squid mixed into a T-Rex?
I have no idea. I don't know what they're going with here. What do you got? That better?
Yep.
Okay. Ruler of the undersea realms of Eternia, Mer-Man was forced to serve in the armies of Skeletor after his kingdom was destroyed in a battle with rival ocean clans. His allegiance with Skeletor brings him to the surface world more often than he would like. Lurking deep beneath the Sea of Rakash, Mer-Man awaits the evil call to arms of Skeletor. Now, this destroyed in battle thing, I think, if I remember right, it's from... What?
Does Mer-Man have anything to do with, like, an enemy?
No, Ocean Clans, not Clans.
I know, I was just thinking...
No, he has nothing to do with Clam Champ. They're talking about this is from the Icons of Evil Mer-Man comic, if I remember right. It's been a while since I've read that comic. But if I remember right, there was this big war thing, and they kind of destroyed each other's races, and so it was Mer-Man kind of by himself. So that's where they're getting that from. Other than that, there's not a lot to this bio. Again, these early ones, we've said this time and again, they don't have a lot to tie into the whole big story.
I can't wait till we get into the newer one.
Yeah, then the story starts getting crazy.
Where's your other Mer-Man?
Yeah, that's actually a custom one. The other one. A guy painted it up for me to make it look like the vintage figure. We won't get into that, though. So yeah, we don't have a lot of problems with the bio, do we?
No.
No? The figure's great.
Name.
Yeah, other than the name, we have no problems with the bio. The figure is great. You can get the MOTU Classics one like Blaze talked about, but that one's blue and doesn't come with the extra head and all that stuff. Mer-Man really needs a re-release. He needs to get back on the site. I think a lot of people are missing Mer-Man in their collection, especially since it has 2 heads. And I would definitely recommend getting 2 if you can. You're missing Mer-Man entirely. You're waiting for the reissue of Mer-Man to catch up on him.
Yeah.
I guess that's it for this one, right?
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to sign off on him. And we're going to jump right into Zodak, I think. So we'll probably bust these right one after another. Cool?
Yep. Good journey.
Good journey. We'll see you guys.